Welcome to IoT Real Talk. No fluff, no filler, just real pros talking about real programs, real challenges, and real results. IoT has gone from buzzword to business critical. But the big question is, what's next? In this episode of IoT Real Talk, recorded live here at the Aeris Accelerate Together IoT Partner Summit in Chicago, I spoke with Aeris partners who are among the world's leading carriers, including Orange Business Belgium, Bell Canada, PCCW Global, Swisscom, and Telenor Connexion. Together, we tackled two big questions. What is the future of IoT? And how can Aeris IoT Accelerator help us get there? Stay tuned for a front row look at where IoT is headed next. Martin Whitlock, CTO, Telenor Connexion.
First of all, our customers are very international. They have deployments usually all around the world in different markets. So for them, it's important to have something that scales well, not only in one market, but actually moves along cross borders with abilities to efficiently transport the data back and forth where they have the devices. And I think IoT Accelerator being one of the really biggest platforms on the market, it's proven, it's scalable, and provides stability. So that's definitely things that are appreciated by our customers.
And what about the future of IoT? You guys been in the IoT business very long. Yeah. You have a lot of customers who trust Telenor. Where do you see the market going? Where's it headed?
I think it's super interesting where we are right now, actually, because it's going in fundamentally different directions. Having been something that a few companies have engaged in and maybe in differentiating, it's now becoming more and more so that you have to connect things if you can't connect things, otherwise you're ruled out. And that goes in many different contexts. So on one hand, we have mass deployments with, pretty low data volume sometimes, but huge volumes of connected SIMs, all the way to massive amount of data being generated thanks to HD video streaming, the connected cars, and what have you. So for us, serving all these different use cases, it's a fantastic opportunity and challenge to serve all these things at the same time. But I think to me, it's just fun.
Yeah, every challenge becomes an opportunity.
Definitely.
Right? And as Chief Technology Officer at Telenor, where do you see AI and security making a place in IoT?
Yeah, no, it's AI and IoT in general. They are like a married couple, I would say, because what does IoT does? Yeah, it generates huge amount of data. Of course, that needs to be managed from a security perspective and everything. But in order to take advantage of that data, it's not reasonable for any human being to digest all this vast amounts. So AI comes in and adds the technology layer on top that makes the data valuable and actionable. To me, it's a super interesting time.
So, gentlemen, welcome to the IoT Real Talk podcast. Joining me right now is Orange Business Belgium. We have Michael Peters and Peter Raymaker. So, thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Well, we're glad to be the invitation. It's great. Yeah. Safe.
Yeah, I have two questions for you, and I'm asking all of the IoT partners. The first question is, how do your customers leverage IoT Accelerator platforms through you?
Well, yeah, the Accelerator platform contains a lot of key features, in fact, and basic features even, but that we could not, or that we do not have in our own BSS at Orange Belgium, like the massive provisioning. IoT is often a big business with lots of SIM cards to activate. So the massive provisioning. We also have an enormous flexibility in creating new price profiles, new offers, and these can be done through the portal. But in no time, in a couple of hours, we create new offers, and that makes it also special. We don't have many of standard offers. I think 95% of the offering we do is customized, is tailor-made, and that is really what the customers are looking for. That they look for something flexible. Yeah, what Aeris has done over the last couple of years is actually to make the product more mature, more stable, which is also for our customers, let's say the ease of use, and it's a platform that they can rely upon, which is also now adding new features, the innovative part. Yeah.
Security.
Security is one. The eSIM, of course, becomes more and more on top of important and demand. Now, to continue on these basic functionalities, it's not just about the software features. There's also the 24/7 operations that is clearly an advantage to us. Well, we operate more than one line of business, and of course, our NOC, at Orange Business Belgium, is monitoring fixed mobile TV services and IoT. But in Bucharest, Aeris is monitoring 24/7 IoT, and that is another big advantage it's a unique selling point.
What about the future of IoT?
Yeah.
This industry is changing quickly with the expectations of the enterprise, of the OEM, wanting more options, more flexibility, more value-added services.
If you look at it from a customer perspective, what's going to happen is that there's a lot of value now in the connectivity. It will grow more and more to the services and also to actually the application layers that come on top of it. So new use cases will pop up, not only on IoT itself as a bearer, but also the 5G introduction, 5G standalone, enabling companies to further digitize their operations. Will create a massive number of applications and use cases that will pop up, and that actually will need to be served. And that's why we also count on Aeris to have to follow us as the MSPs to actually develop those capabilities on the platform in the future.
Yeah, I can only emphasize that. Now, I'm not in operations as well, so there I'm counting on the evolutions with AI, developing further the portal or facilitating. It's often doing more with the same team, sometimes less, or sometimes more. It all depends on how business is growing, and of course, sometimes it justifies to have a few more people because that could multiply the business you're doing very quickly. So yes, the AI component is really something we look forward to.
Yeah, also on the security part, because that's a tricky one. So things will have to be very secure, also with the attacks that applications suffer from. And if AI can be introduced also on the security layer, it facilitates for our customers the comprehension of what's happening on their base, which is today still a specialized area.
Brent Redflesh, Global IoT Business Lead at Bell Canada.
The fundamental value of our IoTA experience for our customers is visibility, management, control. Those are the backbone of managing the proliferation of IoT devices. It's a connected device experience, first and foremost, but it's generating the importance of data for IoT. That's the overall value of IoT, and you need a fundamental environment to ensure the customer knows how they will manage, control, and take action on their IoT services.
And in which verticals do most of your customers lie?
A lot in the utility industry. You can imagine the high volume of connected meters, sensors for fuel, for electric or gas or water. The management ability of so many connected devices, IoTA helps supply the control and visibility for those amazing use cases. And the future will come from more proliferation of IoT products. You can imagine more devices will become smart, will become active, will become higher data in use, higher services requiring a connected device to be managed and controlled. The future of IoT will only continue to evolve with the proliferation of more use cases on more connected things.
And what about security? Any thoughts around this attack vector?
It's a growing understood need more than ever. The threats are real, they're impactful, they are putting pressure on enterprises to make now a security decision that they may have thought was an afterthought, that this doesn't apply to me. It does. It affects your connected devices. It affects your cybersecurity services. Where's your data? Where's your device? How are you managing that? The need for the monitoring and taking action is more critical than ever in the world of security.
My name is Joseph Wu. I'm based in Hong Kong. I'm from PCCW Global, and I'm responsible for the enterprise, IoT, and reseller product. And this is what I'm doing. I'm the product manager. IoT definitely is one of our star platforms in the company because I would say, first of all, it's very stable. It's trusted because the service is very resilient, because the gateway itself is a resilient pair. So our end customer, they don't need to worry about the service availability. It's all guaranteed. And also because we are also a connectivity provider, we also are connecting this IoT platform to our backend our global connectivity. So it's an end-to-end service we provide them. And because we are also a very established connectivity provider, for end-to-end, we work with Aeris. Aeris also guarantee all these SLA for us, so we can provide a very end-to-end connection to our end customers, and they don't need to go to another service provider to get the front end, the SIM card and all these things, and the back end from another service provider. To them, they just come to PCCW Global, and we can provide the end-to-end service to them.
Felix Wunduer and Philippe Riemli, Head of IoT and Senior Project Manager at Swisscom.
The value for our customers of the IoTA is that they can manage their connectivity on their own, or our connectivity on their own. They can manage the SIM cards, changing profiles of the SIM cards so that they always have the best connectivity they want to have according to their needs. Well, IoT has a long history of being developed. So it's in terms of features, be it in managing the connectivity, but also in offering security features now, which is new on the platform, which is quite outstanding in comparison to other connectivity management platforms.
When it comes to IT connectivity in Swisscom, and our customers mainly prefer to go with this platform specifically because it's easy to integrate within their existing business processes, which at the end, the customers do not really want to have a lot to do with the connectivity itself. So it needs to be something easy to operate and easy to integrate, and that's what it is.
IoT is plays an important role in digitalization overall. So it's an integral part of a digitalization strategy. And this becomes even more relevant in terms of being connected or connecting more devices to the internet, be it consumer devices or be it also B2B devices. So, and what is important here is that we're not only looking at massive IoT, which is pretty dominant right now, but also critical IoT, meaning that you have critical applications connecting to the internet. And here it's especially relevant that we have a secure managed connectivity, which we can offer to our customers. Artificial intelligence becomes more important overall, but also in the IoT business, enhancing these functionalities. So, for example, nice use case is predictive maintenance. It's not new, but it's more easy to realize with AI, for example. So this will beef up our proposition. That's important from my point of view.
And a big thanks to our Aeris partners for being our guests. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. If you have feedback about today's podcast or questions for the Aeris team, please contact us at podcast@aeris.com or leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, I'm Susanna Song, and you're listening to IoT Real Talk. From all of us at Aeris, thank you for listening to IoT Real Talk. We hope you'll join us again for more real stories from real practitioners shaping the future of IoT. Tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, or visit aeris.com/IoT podcast.